And we are live. Thank you, technology, for working now. Welcome, everyone. My name is Lincoln, and I'm the KMR creator and run director. I'm stoked to be bringing you this run briefing via online means. We're going live, so throw your comments in the chat. I'll try and address those as we go or at the end. Little Charlie will do his thing in the background there. And we're also recording this for later. So we have about 750 runners registered across our actually six run events this year. Our second edition of the Canadian Mountain Run, which also includes a culture and community festival aspects. And I must say, I travelled internationally on a Churchill Fellowship, went to Hard Rock in the US, UTMB in France, and heaps of others. And I must say, we do have something pretty special here at KMR. It's not just about a run. It's an opportunity to connect with yourself, the epic and diverse and challenging landscapes we are so lucky to have on our doorstep, and also connect with culture and community. So I'm looking forward to the future on that side. The runs are just epic anyway, so the anticipation builds. I'd like to start by acknowledging the Palawa people of Lutruwita as the traditional owners of the land on which we live, work and run. We respect their culture and ongoing custodianship of the land, sea and sky. We pay our respects to all Tasmanian Aboriginal people and elders past, present and emerging. And look, it's with a symbol of this respect that we don't actually step on top. None of the run courses go actually on the very top pinnacle, on the summit, on the highest point. We avoid that as a symbol of our respect, because the mountain, the whole of the mountain really is an important Palawa spiritual place and part of their cultural landscape. And we pay our respect by that symbol. So we also want to thank, really, we've got a massive team and heaps of stakeholders. We liaise and get permits through 4 councils. We've got 5 state agencies, including Wellington Park and Tas Aboriginal Centre. We've got 12 landowners, private landowners, and a lot of them give a lot to us in terms of parking and aid station and the like, and also Cascade Brewery, a partner and also massive land holder on the foothills as well. There's 3 tourism organisations. We've got 20 plus partners who you'll see a bit later. We have a core team of 8 mainly volunteers working on KMR all year round really, but particularly the last 6 months and the ramp up in the last couple. And of course, around 150 plus volunteers on the weekend itself. So we, and massive thanks to the volunteers who turn up. We couldn't do it without all of these people. It is a massive effort, and really want to celebrate everyone's contribution. And for you guys as runners, please pay your respects to all of these people, particularly the volunteers out on the course, and also pay respects to the lands on which we run. So how do we get to the runHub? Well, our event booklet, which was just released, has all the info on the screen now. What I want to just point out is just above me, oh, hang on, just there, that's where you park. If you are, in fact, driving on Cascade Paddocks, so drive past the brewery and then turn into the farm gate onto the paddocks. Please do not park in any of the residential streets near Wellesley Park. They are tight and they'll clog up super quick. It's only a couple of minute walk, maybe 5, through a designated walkway. It'll be lit up. There'll be signage to get to the runHub. If you're getting dropped off, get off at the badminton centre on Cascade Road. Then it is a 3-minute walk up the hill through the car park to the runHub. We do have, of course, an accessible drop-off at the end of Wentworth Street. Now, the runHub is the hub of all things running and also cultural. So all check-in and bib collection is at the runHub for all events, and the VK obviously starts and finishes elsewhere, but come into the runHub, get your bibs, and then we provide transport actually back down on Cascade Road is where you get up and drop your drop bags. Okay, what's next? Drop bags. Yeah, all that info is in the event booklet, so we won't go through that now, to be honest. Safety. This is trail running. We're out in the bush. Even 500 metres off a road, emergency services consider that remote. Now, if the heli can't fly, well, you know, that's even 500 metres is a big carry out. But anyway, there's a couple of photos on the screen. We do have steep, rough, slippery, and in some cases, you know, rocky terrain. Some of the rocks may be unstable. We have a river crossing just under where I am right there. We are running on short sections of road. Unfortunately, there's not trail to connect all the other trails. So there are some short sections of road with public traffic on them. So if you see that give way, that yellow sign in the sort of center of the screen now, that is telling you that there will be public traffic on the road you're just about to enter. So please, no headphones, so that you can hear the cars coming. There's also mountain bikes on some tracks, particularly Pipeline in leg 4 of the Ultra. We've also got some good old friendly or not so friendly venomous animals. Snakes, all snakes in Tassie are venomous. They have been seen a fair bit out on out in the bush these days, and jack jumper ants. So there's an image. I wish I had a pointer. Maybe I do there somewhere, but you can see a little mound there of jack jumpers. Now, the jack jumpers will not likely kill you, but some people do have an anaphylactic reaction. So lucky we have some medical out on course with EpiPens. So weather. This photo was today. We did have snow on the mountain today. So there could actually be snow on the mountain on the day. That's not necessarily an issue. We won't close or cancel due to snow. If it's heavy snow that's combined with storms and all this sort of stuff, then that's a different story. But basically, if the road is open to the pinnacle, the course goes on. We do have a plan B route in case of adverse weather, and that'll be advised beforehand. But if the park is closed for bushfire or severe weather warning for damaging winds, well, the park's closed. We can't do much about that. If we do have some minor flooding, minor to moderate flooding, we've got some you know, high water routes that slight diversions that we'll take. But basically, if there's a bit of snow around and the road's open, then you get to play up there, and we'll keep a very close eye on what the weather's doing. Now that looks all quite nice today, and it was beautiful for the early risers to get up there. But hey, here's what it can look like up there, even on days like today. So having mandatory gear is kind of essential. Now, this looks like a big list, but it packs down pretty small, pretty quick. Even for the Ultra, it can all fit in a 5-litre run vest. Now, this gear has been tested last weekend and many times before and will continue to be. But, and as I've put in the actual mandatory gear, a bit of a preamble, a blurb at the front, this is not designed to keep you comfortable when you have to sit and wait for 3, 4, 5, whatever hours for a rescue. It's to allow you to survive. This is the bare bones minimum gear. And that was put to the test on an absolutely beautiful day at only 800 metres elevation and during daylight, and yeah, there was mild hypothermia setting in for the injured and the attendees, but you know, this is a minimum. Take it. You need it, and gear will be checked on course randomly and definitely at the finish line, and there will unfortunately be penalties for people who don't have their mandatory gear. If you need to use it, that's absolutely fine, but if you don't have it, and particularly if you deliberately don't have it, it's no good. Capra map is part of your mandatory gear, so download that app and have an explore of your course beforehand. There's a bit more info in the event booklet on that. We do have Doctor and Wilderness Guide teams, a few of those teams out on course who are rapid response to reach you on course, but that might not be too quick either because we can't have one on every single track. Most importantly, save your battery of your phone when you can, but as soon as you need help or think you might start to need help, turn it on, because we'll have you, if you're overdue, we will give you a call. That'll be the first point of call. And, you know, we'd rather not call your mum if you're just having going a bit slowly. So turn your phone on, even if you're going slow. So all of this info, it's all in the mandatory gear. Any questions, just throw questions through to us. Where's the next? Right, logistics. So some of the aid stations are a bit of a drive between. Now, on the left of the screen now is an excerpt of our event booklet. There's a bunch of information in there. Please digest it, and links to maps. I mean, Google Maps will give you directions between each of the aid stations. Now, you can see there's a bit of an arrow. We did make a mistake in the event booklet released this morning, and that'll be fixed tonight. So there is a drop bag at Cathedral, not Mountain River. All good. Please, no smoking at aid stations. It is potentially dry, and there's a lot of fuel, particularly with grass at Mountain River and other places. No smoking at aid stations or the runHub. It's a non-smoking event. Getting to each aid station, most of them end on narrow dirt roads and with parking on private property. So please, whoever your support crew is, if they're driving, make sure they're ready and confident and competent in driving on narrow dirt roads. Drive slowly, give way, all that sort of thing. Follow the signage, follow marshal's instructions. There is a big drive, it's actually an hour and a half, between Myrtle Forest and the next aid station, Mountain River. Now, it is the case that fast runners will beat the car. So what we've done for the relay, and the relay only, is the relay time, actually the team time, stops when your runner is in the aid station, so you don't have to race driving around. Okay, take your time, drive carefully and safely, because your relay time is on pause, so that you don't have to race driving. Okay, sticker. We've got that sticker shown just on the right of screen there. That is your pass to get to the pinnacle on Saturday. The top of the Pinnacle Road from the Springs is closed to the public, but it is open for event vehicles. Event vehicles will have a sticker, and you'll get that sticker in your bib collection. So no sticker, then you'll have issues and maybe start to clog traffic trying to get through to the pinnacle. Please take your sticker and give it to the driver. Now, digest all that info in the booklet. It's all there. Aid stations. We have listened to your feedback, and I'm pretty stoked. We've got a couple of tweaks actually to make to this because we do have hammer gels as well as watermelon, or there's some good fruit. Look, my absolute favourite muesli bar is the home brand choc chip. It kind of tastes a little bit like what's that stuff? Maple syrup. So that's why that's there. The hot soup at Ferntree is only for the ultras, sorry, because it's designed to be later in the day. And, you know, particularly if you're going through there at dark, yeah, you need a pepper. Jam sandwiches are just jam sandwiches. No butter, so no dairy, just jam sandwiches. And we do have a couple of single-use cups there for the hot drinks, Milo tea, coffee, and the soup. Otherwise, cold drinks, use your flasks, please, or bring one of those little, I should have had the example, little foldable cups. What else? So that's pretty much actually all I really wanted to talk about the run logistics and the run itself. All the course descriptions and logistics and more of that stuff, you can, it's all on the website and all in the event booklet. So please digest that info. If you do have any questions about the course or the nature of the course, probably worth hitting a question through to the Hobart Trail Runners, the main active Facebook community down here, as lots of them know a whole heap about the course and can share some info there. Now on the screen now is a bit around our runHub, and one of the most amazing things, and we actually got the most feedback about last year, was the smoking ceremonies before each of the runs on Saturday. So we are doing wave starts this year. They are mass waves every time of up to around 100 runners, but the sharing ceremony with the smoke from the Palawa community, they can't keep doing that like 7 times. 3 times is more than enough of an ask, and we're so grateful for them for that. But what that means is it's only wave 1 of the ultra, or wave 1 of every run. So please, if you want to partake in the smoking ceremony, and we highly encourage you to do so, it's so amazing, come along to see wave 1 off, partake in the smoking ceremony, and it'll only be a short half hour or hour or so if you're in the last wave of the mountain run. And there's plenty of stuff, cool stuff to check out at the runHub, and some, I think hopefully we're going to have some egg and bacon rolls early, and definitely coffee and all that sort of stuff. Lots of great Tassie food and beverage like we had last year. Cascade bar, Willie's bar, soft drinks as well. Non-alc Willie's cider will be pretty cool. And also a really big cultural program. So I don't want to go into detail on that. This is about the run, not the cultural, but there's plenty of info on Facebook, and also, in the event booklet. And if you're going to things, get your tickets, and all of those links to the tickets are in the booklet and on the Facebook events and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of things don't have tickets. So the what is on the screen there on the right is some conversations, which I'm super excited about. Connection to country on the Friday afternoon. Recovery, repair, and replenish on the Saturday afternoon. We've got the rise of trail women also on the Saturday later afternoon, and an emerging mate of mine, Jam, who is a prominent emerging Pakana community member, a guide for Wukalina Walk. He was, I think, the first Tasmanian that graduated from the Indigenous Marathon program. He ran the New York Marathon end of last year, I think, or maybe early this year. Anyway, he's got a grand story to tell in his return to community. So definitely come and check that out at the runHub. We've also got Find Your Feet Hangout. We've got Keys of Physio and heaps of cool stuff for kids and families. Also announcing a kids run. So this is another thing I'm super excited about. Look, all the info's in the event booklet and should be on the website soon. And from 4 p.m. on the Friday. We are also the Aust Champs. Now, look, it's competing in the Champs is of course not for everyone. Most people are out there for a great experience, connecting to country, community, and yourself. But there's certainly, in Tassie and visiting from interstate and a couple overseas actually are going to be competing in the pointy end, whether or not you do have to be an Australian permanent resident to actually be eligible for a championship event. But we will still have places, places allocated on, for first, second, and third, but there might be a different championship first, second, and third potentially. In any case, many of you have signed up for the Tassie Trail Running Association at no cost to yourselves. We cover that because it's important, and you can read more about them. We're also a Sky Running Australian Champs for the VK certified course and all that. We're certified course with ITRA and UTMB. So if you're planning on doing any UTMB events or the big one over in France, then you need an index, and that's all sorted basically. For those who are interested, go and check that out for yourselves. So I think that pretty well wraps it up for me. And yeah, if there are questions coming in, then we will definitely cover those. But on the screen is our partners. So massive thanks to all of those. We do also have ticketed events with the Wookalina Walk guides to Myrtle Falls on Saturday, and also the on Fern Tree for Sunday, which is a family walk. Now, these are completely unique. Check those out. And the volunteer stuff, absolutely, we will info will come out for volunteers tomorrow. Can a support car for the individual go to the pinnacle? Yes. Well, as anyone who has the sticker on Saturday can pass the boom gate. And any other questions, send them through. Otherwise, thank you all so much. Was trying to make this 8 minutes, and yeah, well, that's what happens. Some more practice. Thanks, folks. So looking forward to seeing you all there. See you soon. Oh, how do you get a sticker? The sticker is in your bib collection for the mountain run, the ultra solo and ultra relay. So it's also a bumper sticker for you to put on your car afterwards. So if you got a sticker on the car already, well, you can get through the boom gate. Yep, drop bags, we do. It's in the event booklet. Check that out. All the detail is in there. And I'll just hang on for another couple of seconds here if there's any more questions. But otherwise, thanks, folks. Looking forward to seeing everyone in 2 weeks. Only 2 weeks. Bye. We're still on. And is the event booklet in an email? Yes, absolutely. The event booklet is in an email. Check your junk. And also it's on our homepage on the website. There's a button right there. Now, I did mention there was a couple of little tweaks we had to make. That link will be live. Any little updates that we need to do, then they will be in there. Or you click that link and it will go to the latest version every time. All right, folks, I'm signing off. Thanks so much. This is also recorded for those who weren't able to make it right now. Thanks.